Hello and welcome to our special baseball preview edition of the To Be Continued podcast. I am Caleb. This is
Riley.
And I'm Christian. And in today's episode, we're going to be giving you our prediction of the baseball season. We're going to give you our prediction who's going to win the division, the league, and the World Series. And we're going to give you a hot take.
Yeah, let's start with the National League East.
All right. So I'm going to be honest. I want it to be the Phillies. I'm praying it to be the Phillies. But if I had to be if I have to be honest, it's going to be the Braves. Phillies finishing second. I have the Nationals in fourth, Marlins fifth, and I got the Mets in third.
We didn't ask for your whole division take.
Yeah,
we just wanted
talking
to
about the
win.
winners.
I thought we were talking about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to have to agree with Christian and go with the Braves winning, even though I know that I want it to be the Phillies because
Wow, you guys.
Philadelphia fan.
I don't think the Braves are going to win this division because I think they're going to miss Freddie Freeman. They made the decision to go out and get Matt Olson to replace Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman has just been a rock his entire career. He's been the captain. Like, I don't know if he was ever the official captain, but he was with him for his whole career. And they just basically let him go. They chose Matt Olson, who's coming off the best year of his career. And is he going to replicate that again?
Probably not.
With actual pressure now because people want you to win? And now he's got a big contract attached to him too, so who knows? But I'm going to do something that, as a Yankee fan, is blasphemous to do. I'm going to predict that the Mets are going to win this division.
Oh, my goodness.
The Mets just have too much talent. I know it's already hurt, but they're going to keep spending money. They'll do what they got to do. I think the Mets will win the National League East.
All right. So we'll move on to the NL Central. Caleb, who you got winning that one?
NL Central, I would say not very confident, but I'm going to pick the Cardinals just because they're constantly good. I'm not a big believer in the talent that the Brewers have. The Reds are a joke. The Cubs are whatever. They're kind of a joke too, and the Pirates should be playing the Shorebirds. So I'm picking the Cardinals.
I'm also going to go with the Cardinals because they have the most talent out of the whole NL Central, sorry. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals because that's what Caleb went with.
Now, you see, I was going to go with the Cardinals too, but then you guys both said it, and I'm going to do what you did with the Bengals prediction versus the Titans. Well, not versus the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Cubs.
The Cubs, wow.
I'm going to go with the Cubs.
I mean, the Brewers would have been a much more logical choice because they actually have really good pitching. But the Cubs is an interesting
I don't know what it is, but I saw some of that Cubs game. They gave me a little bit of hope, but yet again, that's only the first game out of 162.
You know what I saw in that Cubs game? I saw the legendary bat speed of Clint Frazier. We're recording this podcast after
the first game
of opening day. I think only one of them is finished. I think it was just the Cubs game.
Also, we should preference that by saying it's a national holiday, as it is opening day in the
Should
MLB.
be.
It's a national holiday.
There should be no school. Kids should be just home watching baseball all day. That's how it should be. Kids are off school on the first day of football, aren't they? Well, I guess not because it's a Thursday.
It's a Sunday. Yeah, but you're right.
You know a random football take we're going to throw in the middle? Every football season, that Thursday night game, the kickoff the season, that should be a rematch of the Super Bowl.
Amen.
That should be the first
I agree
game.
with that. I think
It should always just be, boom,
that.
rematch.
Agreed.
There you go.
But
I'll contact Roger Goodell.
But now we got to go to the NL West, and I know there's a lot of good teams in this division, but I think we're probably all going to have the same team. I have the Dodgers. I'd be shocked if you two don't have the Dodgers, but we'll see. Riley, who do you got winning this division?
Listen, I hate going in the middle because I'm going to agree with one or the other, and I'm going to have to go with the Dodgers. I think that the Dodgers have the most talent, and they have the best chance of making it, honestly, to the World Series.
The Dodgers have the financial advantage of that. Like, if they see something is wrong with their team, they're just going to spend more money and fix it. The Padres are already kind of selling off to stay under the luxury tax, which is the whole argument with why the MLB should not have a luxury tax because it is operating as a salary cap. Nobody but the players are hurt by that. So, okay, that is what it is. And the Giants, I think the Giants overachieved by a lot last year. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to miss Buster Posey a lot. But the Dodgers, people think the Dodgers have this great lineup. Corey Seager and Freddie Freeman is a wash in my book. Corey Seager is a great hitter. And so, yeah, Freddie Freeman is great and he's a great addition. But is he better than Seager? Maybe incrementally, but not a lot. And then they just traded A.J. Pollock for Kimbrel, who's been a both a Hall of Fame closer and a unusable closer. So you don't know what you're getting there. They shouldn't have let Kenley Jansen go, which would have been another reason why I should have picked the Braves to win, because that bullpen is even better. But I think my pick's going to be the Padres. I know the Padres were the sexy team to pick last year, and then they just kind of laid an egg. But I find it hard to believe that all those pitchers are going to lay an egg again. I think Blake Snell's going to bounce back. He's been great in the American League East, which is the most difficult division to pitch in. And I think Darvish is going to be fine. And they got a lot of young talent coming up too. And so if they need to make moves, they can trade to make them. The only thing I don't like about them is they're willing to trade whatever it takes to get rid of Eric Hosmer, which to me just seems kind of dumb. Plus, they got my boy Luke Voigt over there, and I'm a believer in Luke Voigt when he's on the field. So Padres are my NL West team.
All right. Well, Caleb, you see, next on here.
I do want to preface, though. If Trevor Bauer's allowed to pitch the whole season, I'd switch to the Dodgers.
Okay.
Because I love Trevor Bauer, and he's a stud.
All right, so it says the AL East would be the next pick, but because you are a Yankees fan, I want to save that for the last division we're going to do.
All right.
So we're going to go to our least favorite division. That's the AL West, and I'll let you pick that team first, Caleb.
You should let Riley go first.
Riley, you know what? You can go
You're
first.
let me go first?
Yep, you got it.
Dude, this is the one you shouldn't have let me go first on.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
So you can just say what I say?
exactly.
The Astros.
I don't want to say
The
that.
Astros are going to win. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to rethink this, because I do think the Mariners got better. No, I'm not gonna second guess myself. It's all Astros. Astros are going to win. They're going to win that division. They're going to have some challenge this year, though. They're going to miss Correa, and they're pitching. I don't know. It's going to be okay, I guess. Verlander theoretically will be back.
Not to mention, it's going to be almost impossible to steal pitches now that there's a thing on these catchers.
The Rangers got incrementally better. They threw a lot of money out and got some players, but I'm picking the Astros. I hate to do it because I hate the Astros, and I would rather them go 0-162. But
there it is.
Yeah, but I'm picking the Astros in the AL West.
All right. Riley, now who do you have in the AL West?
I'm going. Hang on, I gotta look again.
I'll give you the teams.
No, I got you. I'm going with the Angels because I want to be different. And I'm gonna hope it's gonna be my team this year. It's my favorite team for the year.
Oh man, Angels!
Yep.
I didn't even consider the Angels just because I didn't even mention them in my rundown of the division, because they always are supposed to be. Oh, they're gonna be good this year. Yeah, right. Every good pitcher goes to Anaheim to die. So, Angels are irrelevant to me.
I gotta hope,
I mean, I look, Caleb, I was about to say, when I was going to give my prediction, I was going to give it as the Angels as a joke. But you know what, Riley? I'll give you that. Because if they stay healthy, maybe.
If everything goes right, they could win. They got Syndergaard. They got Mr. Small Game Ohtani. Anytime you let him pitch against a lineup of rejects, he's going to do great. Hey, there's a chance.
And then, but the thing that puts me far away from the Angels is, can you even rely on Mike Trout to stay healthy?
No.
He's the quote unquote face of the MLB, but I don't even think that's the statement to say anymore. I don't think he's the best player in baseball.
I think he's still the best player in baseball, but
he's healthy.
They got to get him out of center field, is my opinion. He's just running too much. It was a calf injury this time, that's a non-contact injury. That's just, you got to get him off his feet some. And yeah, he's a great fielder, but it's more important that he's there every day.
Yeah, agreed. So my actual prediction for this, and I don't want to say it, because as much as I hate the Yankees, I hate this team even more. I don't want the cheaters to win, but it's crazy to go against the cheaters. They're going to win it.
Yeah, I think the Angels are going to be tough. The Mariners are going to be tough at times during the season, but I just think the Astros will be able to outlast them. And they got Dusty Baker. I love Dusty Baker. Wish he was anywhere else, but...
Agreed. So, Riley, if you're comfortable enough, are you able to do the AL Central as your first? Where you go first?
AL Central, yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, who do you got?
I'm going with the White Sox. And that one's that one's a team that I don't really know, but I know that they're a decent team and they actually have a chance at doing something this year.
Yeah. And they're also in what I think is, both of the Centrals are the weakest divisions in baseball. And I think some of the teams in the AL Central made some moves to get better, but I would also pick the White Sox to win again.
You know
And they've
what?
got Tony La Russa there too.
You know what? I disagree. You know who I got winning this division?
Don't say the Guardians.
It's gonna be the wrong team, but you can say it.
Twins. Gary Sanchez, baby.
All right, I respect it. I respect it for the sole reason of Gary Sanchez being on the team.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Gary
It's gonna be horribly wrong. They're probably gonna finish third. But you know what? I'm gonna put my wagon on them. Maybe it adds some good luck, but I'm never good luck. But we're hoping for it.
Minnesota's just one of those teams that I think they missed their shot. Like a couple years ago, they were really they were really solid. They had a great season, and it seemed like the Central was just their division, and then it just passed them by.
Russo.
And I think they're on the wrong end of it.
Now we got to our main event. Now, Caleb, who do you have winning the AL East?
Well, I may sound like a homer here, and I don't care. The Yankees are going to win this division. They haven't won it in a couple years, and I think they're going to do. I think this team. I don't have a lot of confidence in them in the big game. Still, I don't have confidence that they're going to win the World Series or anything. But I think the Yankees will win this division because I think they are very deep. People underrate their pitching staff. They've got Garrett Cole at the top, who's as good as anybody. They've got like 3 or 4 kids in the minors that are throwing upper 90s and look really good.
How about that third baseman?
And I think they got a lot of extras there. Josh Donaldson. Man, I love Josh Donaldson. I do. I don't think he can stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy, then we're talking. If Josh Donaldson plays a full healthy season, we are talking World Series. Because I think he's that good, and he's a difference maker. But I do think the Yankees are going to win that division. I think the Rays got worse. This is going to be the year, in my opinion, the Rays will finish in 4th.
Sounds like a Cowboys fan.
The Rays always have that, like, they just win somehow, even though it doesn't make sense. I think this year it's going to come to bite them. They've lost too much, in my opinion. Giving away Meadows, like, at the last minute was stupid. So, Yankees win the division.
All right, and Riley, who you got?
I've got the Toronto Blue Jays winning the division. I think that last year in 2021 they had the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. who hit the most home runs in the 2021 season. So I think that
should have been the MVP.
I think he's going to come back and he's going to show up again. And I think that he can win the division with the Yankees a close second. But I definitely think the Blue Jays are going to win it.
You're both wrong.
Yeah, that's a strong pick because Toronto's good on paper. They're good. Like the lineup is great. The pitching staff is solid, but I don't believe in them. I think the pitching staff is just a lot of good but not great pitchers, and I think they're going to have trouble pitching in the American League East.
Yep, and you both are wrong. It's going to be the Baltimore Orioles. Said absolutely nobody. That would be a stupid pick, but you could definitely see me making it. Riley, I'm not happy with you right now. That was going to be my pick, but I'll be different. I'm going with the Red Sox. It's probably a delusional pick. They're not going to do it, but you know what? I'm hoping for it. Not really hoping for it. I'm really going for the Orioles out of that entire division. I can't stand anybody in that division, but Red Sox, I'm going with the Red Sox. Yeah.
Yeah, the American League East is honestly a tough division to pick because
Well, you know who's going
they're
to
all good.
last.
None of them are bad.
Yeah.
Well, the Orioles. The Orioles are.
Let's not forget about
They
that.
have like they might have 3 of the best teams in the American League by the time the league's all said and done. By the year's all said and done, and they've also got the worst. They've got the team that just has absolutely no interest in winning games in the Orioles, and they're just a terrible franchise. Horribly run. It's embarrassing.
Agreed.
Ezra, I hope you watch this. Ezra, your
Hope so
team's
too.
terrible. It's a joke.
He'll definitely message us.
They should
Say
go
something.
Yeah, leave a comment down below if you agree. Even as an Orioles fan, you should be able to agree with us. Either that or you're not objective. Because they don't run that team like a team that's trying
He
to win
said it
games.
the other day, though. He was telling us about it. He said he agrees.
Yeah.
He says they're mad. But we're going to now preference into our next section, which is we're going to give our National League winner, American League winner, and who we have winning the World Series. So since Caleb went first last time, I guess I'll go first. Out of the National League, I got the Dodgers. Out of the American League, I got the Astros. And winning it all, I got the Dodgers.
You got the Astros coming out of the American League.
I do.
Wow.
I do. I don't want to say it.
Wow.
I don't want to say it, but they were so close last year. Well, no, they didn't. They made it. No, they didn't. The last time they made it was 2019.
They were in the World Series last year.
Yeah, they were. Who'd they play against?
The Braves.
The Braves.
Darn it, that's right. Yeah, they weren't.
Then the Braves won.
Don't you remember Jorge Soler hitting it like over the railroad tracks?
Yeah, I do. Never mind. Yeah. I don't know why. I forgot that. That's weird. But yeah, that's my World Series. I don't want it to be that, but it's probably going to be that.
All right.
Riley, who's your? World Series prediction?
I'm going with the Dodgers in the National League. I'm going to say Dodgers, but I definitely have like a secondary of the Braves. I think it's going to be the Dodgers against the Braves to go to the World Series for the National League. The American League, I got the Blue Jays. I think it's pretty much uncontested there for them to win the league. But honestly, like for the National League, there's a couple teams that are in there that I think that could definitely come up and show themselves in there in the league. But like I said, Blue Jays are uncontested in the American League, and there's just no question about it.
Yeah, I think so. You're predicting who from the American League?
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays. All right.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Mine would be, I am going to pick.
He's going to say Yankees, and I'm going to laugh.
100%.
Don't do it. Don't you dare do it.
I'm going to pick my New York Yankees.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I wanted to pick my Los Angeles Rams from the beginning. Like,
Oh, God.
I knew the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl all year. I knew it, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to put it out there. And I should have just you know what, Rams are going to win. Because the Rams won, and I knew it.
Rams did win, that's
and
true.
I think the Yankees are going to win. I think it's going to be Yankees against... I think the Yankees are going to beat the White Sox to get to the World Series. Okay? There's my American League pick.
All right.
And then I think in the National League, we're going to have... I think it's going to be a 1998 World Series rematch, Yankees-Padres.
Okay.
And the Yankees, as would be fitting in the 98 rematch, will sweep.
All right, Caleb.
Sweep.
Caleb, I got to ask you a question.
Yankee World Series champions. I'm going to get me a new New York Yankees World Champion hoodie.
Yep.
Going to get the shirt, all of it.
Nope. Caleb, can I ask you a serious question?
Yes, sir.
3 weeks ago, you were saying this was going to be the Yankees' come to Jesus moment. They were going to finish last, or not last, third. You said this year is going to show them they have to blow it all up. What has happened in the last?
But you know, look, here's what it is. I've had time to reflect.
Oh my goodness.
And every year they come in as the most talented team on paper. Every year they come in with all these expectations. They don't have that this year. They're coming in this year coming off of their worst. There was a terrible offseason for the Yankees. The Yankees had no shortstop, and there were 6 all-star shortstops out there. The Yankees had basically no interest in any of them. They went and got some guy that doesn't hit that well, but is a crazy good fielder. I think this time the Yankees have tried to make the right move instead of the splashy one. And if you don't believe, look at what the Padres are doing right now. They're trying to do anything they can to get rid of Hosmer, trying to do anything they can to get rid of Will Myers. Justin Upton got bought out by the Angels. They just let him go. The Angels released Albert Pujols. Spending big money on players over long term is bad business. It always is. And so I think the Yankees, I think they made the right moves. They weren't sexy moves. They weren't moves that made me happy. But I think maybe, just maybe, they did what they needed to do. The only thing I don't like is that they're really relying on a lot of pitchers that have not been very healthy. So that scares me a bit. But I think the Yankees are going to do it. I think this is the year. I'm going to have to stop slandering Aaron Boone.
Timeout.
All of it.
Timeout. You said no pressure on the Yankees. The Yankees
No
are just
pressure.
like the Cowboys. Anytime you put that star on your helmet or you put the pinstripes on that jersey, there is pressure every time you walk on that field.
But do you think the Yankees are favorites to win the American League East?
No.
I don't. You think they're favorites to win the American League?
No.
No.
But
Last
the
year
fans
they were.
think they are.
No, they don't. Half the Yankee fans hate the offseason. Half Yankee fans want them to win 50 games so that Brian Cashman gets fired and they blow it up.
Yes, but Caleb, let's remember something here. Half the Yankees fan base is still way more than there is in the entire Orioles fan base. That's a lot of people. No offense, Ezra.
Well, the Orioles have not even tried to win games in the last 5 years. So I think the Yankees did what they needed to do. They've too many times gone after the splashy, sexy move, and they fought that urge this time. And I think they're gonna have the prospect depth still to make the move they need to. I believe in it.
And Alex Rodriguez is better than Derek Jeter. Anyway,
He was.
Thank you for.
Alex Rodriguez is the greatest shortstop of all time.
Anyway,
He
thank you.
is.
Jeter's overrated. It's proven.
Ezra chimes in with Jeter's overrated, but he's incorrect as usual. He's an Oriole fan. He doesn't understand greatness.
Worst fielder in all.
He doesn't understand greatness. Christian, we haven't given a hot take yet.
It's true, we haven't.
Okay,
We're supposed to give a
you know
hot
what-
take.
You know what?
I think we should give Cy Youngs and MVPs. I want to go ahead and put that on the record too.
All right,
let's do it all.
National League MVP. Ready? Caleb, you
National
got
League
it.
MVP. My National League MVP, Nolan Arenado. Because the Cardinals are going to win that division, and Nolan Arenado is a stud. He was just kind of average last year, but I think he's going to be really good.
AL MVP.
And it's going to be between Arenado and Machado
Okay.
because Padres are my World Series pick.
That's why Machado was my pick.
That's right.
That's my guy.
I knew it. That's why I did it. The American League MVP is, I don't know, it's going to be between Aaron Judge, Josh Donaldson, or Anthony Rizzo.
Vladdy.
Those are 3 Yankees.
I got it. I understood.
Machado and Vladdy.
Ezra's MVP picks are Machado and Vladdy. Honestly, I would have given the MVP to Vladdy last year.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have quite as good of a year, but I don't know.
He's dropped weight, though.
To be honest, I think you could see Shohei Ohtani win it just because all he has to do is fart on the mound, and everyone's like, "Ooh, he can pitch," and I think he's just so great. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ohtani wins the MVP, just like a free MVP, kind of like they're going to do to Jokic this year in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's on a 6-seed team, and they're better when he's off the court. But I mean, hey, he's got to be the MVP, right? He's the best player on the team.
It's all about numbers.
Anyway,
It's all about numbers.
So I think for the American League, honestly though, Giancarlo Stanton. My pick, Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay.
He's gonna have a monster year. He's gonna stay healthy. If it's not Giancarlo, it's gonna be Vladdy.
All right. Who's your Cy Young? Cy Young.
My Cy Young, Garrett Cole. Gotta be Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's gonna win the American League, and he should have won last year the American League. Garrett Cole should have won last year's American League Cy Young. He was a better pitcher than Robbie Ray. Just the facts. If he hadn't had Garrett Cole's stats were comparable to Robbie Ray, and he did nothing for the last month. So, yeah. And then my National League Cy Young is going to be, I don't want to bank too hard on the Padres, so I'm not going to tie everything. We're not sure if Trevor Bauer is going to pitch at all. We don't know when Bauer's going to get in there, and people aren't going to like him just because he's said that. National League Cy Young, I'm going to pick Zach Wheeler.
Oh, my goodness. You took my pick. Riley, I'll let you go next.
For my MVPs,
MVPs and Cy Youngs.
All right, so the MVPs, or my MVP for the National League, I'm gonna go with Harper, honestly. And then
Fraud MVP. Didn't deserve this one. It's Austin Riley.
for the American League, I'm going with Vladdy because he's just the easy pick for the American League. And then I won't choose a Cy Young because I have no clue.
All right. Well, my NL MVP, I would say Harper, but I agree with you guys. It was fraud. I don't want to say it. It's going to be Acuna. I don't know what. Something just tells me he's going to come back and be just as good as he was last year, and he's going to win the MVP. The AL MVP, Caleb, you already said it. It's going to be Ohtani. Because for some reason, media and the baseball lovers think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's not as good as Babe Ruth. Oh, hot take. Ohtani's the most overrated player in baseball.
You just stole my hot take. That was going to be my hot take. You know I hate Ohtani. You stole that. You stole that from me.
But is it really that hot? I mean, he's not that great of a pitcher.
He's just he builds up these ridiculous numbers pitching against terrible teams. He pitched against the Yankees last year.
Didn't he have a horrible game?
He gave up 11 runs in one inning, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he made it out of the first inning. I'm pretty sure it was either 7 or 11 runs.
Not to mention, he had 40 home runs prior to the All-Star break. How many home runs did he have after the All-Star break?
He was statistically one of the worst hitters in the game after the All-Star break. But you can't say anything negative about him or you're just a hater. So
We're racist.
So I'm a hater. No, nobody's racist.
I've been called a Cy Young winner. Caleb, you also stole it. When you said Zach Wheeler, I was like, darn.
I gotta be honest. I'm not confident in the Zach Wheeler take. I don't think DeGrom or Scherzer's gonna be healthy enough to win it. So.
And Zach Wheeler, but the only question I have is, could Wheeler really repeat that performance?
No, actually, yeah, good call. You've talked me out of it. I'm taking back my Zach Wheeler pick. I'm going with Walker Buehler because I think he's an absolute stud.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I have to have, just for my own feeling, I gotta have one Philly in here. Is that pizza?
I think so.
Pizza.
Tatis Jr. is overrated.
Tatis Jr. is overrated.
It's not a hot take for us, but for everybody else it is.
My hot take, I mean, I already kind of said it, that like I think Tampa's going to finish in 4th. I think they've just given up too much talent.
Cedric Mullins MVP.
And my other hot take is that Cedric Mullins is going to bottom out just because Ezra's standing here. I think he just had the best year of his career. The Orioles should have
I
traded
don't
him.
get offended by Orioles slander.
While his value was up, they should trade him. I think he just had the best year of his career. They could have traded him.
The Orioles have been.
But my hottest take was that Shohei Ohtani is the most overrated player in the game.
Christian stole it. I'm sorry.
Christian stole it.
Well, we'll end this by me giving my AL Cy Young winner.
Oh, I thought you already did.
And
Hijacked him.
I think it's gonna be Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander.
I don't want it to be. Well, not just
Picking big names.
You can pick Justin Verlander. That's fine.
That's what I do.
He's coming back from an injury, but
I'm just gonna say it.
everybody's usually better coming off of a
Tommy John.
Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. That's great stats. Thank you, Caleb. That's what I
They're
needed.
always great in that first year.
I forgot what he was coming off Tommy John, but you know what? He's the when I thought pitchers AL, I was like, all right, that's the first one that comes to mind. We're gonna go with it. Horrible pick, but you know what? That's what we'll finish it
Hey,
off.
be confident
Anyway,
in your bad decision.
thank you for watching this episode of To Be Continued. Please subscribe. Please like the video, and until next time.
To be continued.
And then I'm like, ooh, he can pitch.